Hi, my name is Cathy Tichinel, and I'm doing my persuasive speech on business ethics. Moral and ethical conviction of business leaders and managers create productive and prosperous businesses. I find this to be a true statement that if there are ethical employees working for a company, they will make ethical and moral business decisions, therefore a prosperous business. Today there is a crisis in business ethics. Ethical misconduct has become a major concern in businesses today, and there are many types of misconduct that happen in businesses throughout the world on a daily basis. One form of ethical misconduct is abusive behavior. Abusive behavior such as lying, conflicts of interest, and discrimination are all too common in the workplace today. However, over the past decade, there has been a widespread of education to managers and employees on how to handle these types of situations. Today, we are educated at the workplace on matters of political correctness and are educated as well on the repercussions when you do not. Sexual harassment is defined as any unwanted behavior of sexual nature, either verbal, visual, written, or physical, in addition to a display of sexually explicit material. Again, we have education in the workplace. A hostile work environment is defined as whether the conduct interfered with the claimant's work performance. Hostile work environments are very common with people who are in overtasked situations. We find it to be very difficult as humans to be mindful of the proper ways to react and handle oneself in stressful situations. And this is where ethics and ethical behavior kick in. There are many types of conflicts of interest. Individuals are constantly having to choose whether to advance his or her own interest or the interest of the organization. Again, ethical conduct and morality is key to a prosperous business. There is a large amount of reporting of financial data and testing data where ethical misconduct takes place. We see recalls on products. There's a variety of things that have happened over the last several decades where documents are falsified and it costs someone their life and the companies a lot of money, where simply they would have followed the business ethics and had a little bit of better morals, they would have made a better decision. There's a lot of change in supply chain management. Integrity from procurement employees is something that is necessary and hard to find. The most volatile supply chain ethical issue has been sweatshops. Child labor, low wages, and poor working conditions are exposed regularly. We see that with a lot of our major brands of product, from Nike to different things at Walmart to factories pulling domestic work and going overseas. And there is a big question of ethical behavior and decision over moving companies overseas for cheaper labor, cheaper overhead costs, less restrictions from government regulation, and businesses face that decision on a daily basis. Not only in moving facilities offshore, but even buying from offshore, and the ethical decision of taking money out of American citizens and giving it to countries, other countries than ourselves. There is a benefit of business ethics. Ethics contribute to employee commitment. Ethics contribute to investor loyalty. Commitment from employees come from believing their future is solid with the company. The more a company is dedicated to taking care of their employees, the more the employees will take care of the company. Ethics also contribute to customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is the heart of business. Long-term relationships with customers is critical. Ethics also contributes to profits. Companies convicted of misconduct will undoubtedly have significantly lower return on assets. With all the arguments of business ethics and the need for ethical conduct and in the business environment, there's also the argument against bringing business ethics into businesses. Some would say a company is to focus on profitability, and by doing so will ensure all are served in the most socially beneficial way. Some will say steps are taken to increase profits is beneficial to employees, shareholders, and consumers. And corporations are producing whatever the public wants. They're there to make a profit. Take the order, worry about how you're going to fulfill the order later. Business ethics are a critical part of our society today, and the importance of business ethics quote that I have from one of the books is, "What then is ethics? Ethics is the discipline that examines one's moral standards or moral standards of society. Ethical misconduct has become a real major concern in business today, and many educators in schools are teaching business ethics and new forms of education done in the workplace on a regular basis." And that concludes my speech on business ethics.